Hey guys, so welcome to Comfy Cozy Up and the first day of CaribATHon. Now, I initially was gonna do the outside thing, but I'm indoor with the plants because it's a lot of smoke going on outside. The smell, I cannot believe it. I am very much still shocked, but I feel bad for people who are really close to the wildfire fires in Canada. I'm so shocked because I'm quite a few hours away and it is smoky outside still. It started yesterday. I was at work, I went out for break and I was like, ooh, something's on fire. Because that was initially what I thought. And I saw several people with masks on outside, which is, another surprise because we haven't been doing that. And then this lady said to me at work, she was like, oh, it's Canada. I'm looking at her like, what? Because I have not been following the news, so I had no idea what was going on. But let's just say the skies with smoke, the smell, and it still continues. I just went outside to give my plants some water and the smell still knocked me out. So again, if you guys are near there, get somewhere safe. And also, this can't be good because I woke up with my throat feeling funny. So again, wear masks outside just to protect yourself from this smoke. Ugh, this is ridiculous. On a much brighter note, CaribATHon. Hey, I would like Karen when she sings CaribATHon. And no. So anyway, so check out Karen's videos as well. She will be doing a whole lot of videos and also her Instagram. So we're going to be doing all things today. Day one with a short story collection from Callie Browning, The Secrets of Cat's Sproul Village. This is an author I enjoy. I was first fell in love with her from The Girl with the Hazel Eyes, and I saw that quite a few guys are going to be reading this book for CaribATHon. And she also had another book which was a crime mystery one, which I also reviewed. So this is my third book from her, but this is special. And initially I wanted the physical copy, but it was just not going to happen at the time because she did not release it where I could get it, unless I think you had to specially order it from her website, but I did not. I just got the e-copy, but then I found out that the physical copy is now available, so it is coming to me by Friday. So I'm excited for that because I need to have this copy in my hand. So I read it. It's a short story collection. It's very short, and it's surrounding this fiction town, fiction village in Barbados. And there's certain things about the stories that really sum in with people from there. And what I liked, let me pull up the stories, because I was very much entertained by quite a few of the stories in here. So, of course, she talks about that when she submitted her first story, which is the unsuspecting suspect. And that was just her wanting to keep writing. And she was surprised that it actually won an award. And so it continues. I love a Bajan love story. There's some comedy in this, and there's the struggle of people trying to make it in a community that has poverty. And so there's different things about the stories, but it all ties in well with the theme of the town, of this village. And you get the idea of the people living in this village. So I enjoy that. And so I was here for it. So that's why I really want to have the physical copy in my hand. So yeah. But if, for now, if you guys want it, it's available on every platform now. I think I saw when I went to Amazon, it's Kindle, physical, and I think there's an audiobook too. So go support her. But it's short, guys. It's like 50-something pages because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 short story. So it's not going to take you that long. I literally read this while I was on the treadmill this morning. So then I am jumping to another short story collection because readathon, short story collection, short books, but Caribbean feel. Like I absolutely felt like I was in the Caribbean with Kylie Browning. You felt Barbados in that. Then I picked up another queen, which is Jamaica Kincaid, and this is At the Bottom of the River. And the first story in this, called Girl, I mean, it is short. It's literally here and here. It's short, but it pack a punch, and it's so nostalgic. I mean, I was reading this thinking of my grandmother and a family friend. I remember being 10 years old and having this expectation that was put on you early on in the Caribbean of what a good girl is, or what the expectation of you to behave a certain way in order for you to actually get married. And I thought about it because sometimes I think I wish my grandmother was alive, because there's some questions I have, because I'm still single. Like, I was learning all of this, you know. So I was thinking of this when I started reading this, and I was like, yeah. Then she started really digging in, and I'm like, this short story collection is poetry. This is poetry. This is, I mean, I'm at the last story, which is the title, which is The Bottom of the River. And I'm just going to read this later after, you know. But I will come back in the video to talk about it. But my God, there's one where it's called Blackness, and she was just flowing. It was just like like she was just like, it felt like a rhyme she was doing. And I was just like, huh? Jamaica Kincaid has yet to disappoint me. She feeds me. She feeds me with her words. Like, she's an amazing writer. My favorite book last year, you guys know, was Lucy. And I remember just feeling how that book I call personal read, because of how that book made me feel. And I just love her writing because it just gives you that special feeling. So I'm going to finish this and give you the full. And this is one of those short story collection that I will reread. Like, I will read, this will get reread a couple of times. That's just how much I'm here for it. And again, this is another short one. It's less than 100 page. I believe it's, without spoiling nothing for myself, 82 pages. It's short. And again, the stories are short. This is kind of like that short story collection that you don't have a lot of time, but you're like, oh, let me just read one story because it's only like a couple of pages. And then you find yourself, oh, I could squeeze another short story in there. This is how this is, because these short stories are short story. They're not like some collection where you read a short story. It felt like the longest novellas, because it's just a lot of pages just for a story, but not this. Save the book, the group read book, which is The God of Good Looks. And I'm saving this for tonight. This is going to be my curl up reading before I go to bed tonight. And I'm going to slow read this for the CaribATHon, because this is our group read. I am not going to just power through this. Even though this is a contemporary, it's probably going to be hard not to power through, because most contemporary for me, I read faster. Literary fiction takes me a little longer because, you know, how it's written. But this is supposed to be contemporary, so... But I'm going to attempt to short read it and break it down into like certain amount of page per day, because it's 360. No, let's see how big it is. It is 362. So 362. So I'm thinking maybe 50 pages per day. I wouldn't be surprised by the weekend I'll finish this. But I'm going to be taking notes, because of course when we do have the discussion, I want to be able to, like, you know, really dive into everything about this book. And I hope you guys are enjoying what you pick up. But like with any readathon, if the book is just not moving you, pick something else up and just come back to the book later if it's just not moving you. And so yeah, so I'm gonna be doing the journal mood right now, and then read a little bit, and then head to work. So this is all early morning stuff, because you know my schedule is sweet, so I can do this. Let's get to this journaling, and let's get to worky work. light of the lamp, I see some books. I see a chair. I see a table. I see a pen. I see a bowl of ripe fruit, a bottle of milk, a flute made of wood, the clothes that I will wear. And as I see these things in the light of the lamp, all perishable and transcend, how bound up I know I am to all that is human endeavor, to all that is past, and to all that shall be, to all that shall be lost and leave no trace. I claim these things, mine, and now feel myself grow solid and complete, my name filling up my mouth. I love that. I don't know why. At first when I read this, I said, oh, I just love when she ends book in such a way where you just the words just grab you and you think of it, and you think of life, you think of that aha moment, you think of living, and no matter how complicated or different it may seem, but you're still living in this life. And what I cherish about authors who do that is like you find yourself reflecting on things beyond the book, and you reflect on things that you can get something out of that is not necessarily you even thought of, but something that connects to something else. And I thought about this now when I even thinking about it more of something that happened recently, and a comment that was made, and I remember looking at the person and thinking that but you said it, and it's one of those where you acknowledge something and it seemed dark and it seems negative, but the fact that you acknowledge it, it's still a beautiful thing, because it's like that first step into identifying how you can come through that thing that's put you down, that kind of deal. That's the best way I was gonna say that, but that's just such a journaling moment for me right now, because I'm just thinking about it. But this is the last story in it, and at the bottom of the river, and I thought it was hey guys, so I'm not sure where this video got cut off on. My card needs to be freed up. But what I'm gonna say is I am such a huge fan of Jamaica Kincaid. I think her short stories are just such a it's not even just a short, just any book, because it's just her writing. I am just a lover of her writing. This was just, it felt so poetic in so many ways. Like it was like a poetry in motion just reading this. And there are moments in this where I'm like, oh, oh, like like really. And it's just so this part where she says, within the silent voice, my mischievous depth separates me. No vision is so distant that longing is stirring up in me. I hear the silent voice and how softly now it falls, and all of existence is caught up in it. Living in the silence, I am no longer. I, living in the silent voice, I'm at last at peace, living in the silent voice. I am at last erased. This was part of the blackness, and I'm just thinking like I mean, she really put things in this that I'm like having to read it over and over just to really soak in the message of these stories. These are short stories, but they really pack a punch in terms of the messaging that you get in this. It's like you really can dissect this freaking short story collection like it's no other. But I absolutely love that one. And of course, you know, the first one where she talked about, I love them all to be honest, but the first one where she talked about where it's called Girl. It's just, and like I feel like I want to read little bits and pieces of each story, but we're not gonna do that. But you're gonna pick this up. You're gonna pick this up. Again, short, sweet. I will read this again. Absolutely read it again, just because the stories were good. And I love them able to start off with short stories for CaribATHon, because you know that's my jam when it comes to CaribATHon. I love short story collection and short books. So I got 2 down. So now I am going to start this tonight and tell you guys about it tomorrow. So I am was gonna show you guys the finishing touch, but it's not 100% finished, even though I could show. But honestly, I don't want to show because the lighting right now is just way too dark. It's just not gonna be nice at all. And I'm gonna wait till the next video. So day 2, 3, you'll get to see the finishing touch on the journal and everything that I made. Even my reel, like, I was so disappointed when I was reviewing editing it on my phone, how it's just not sharp. I'll insert, well, you already saw it, but I think tomorrow I'll probably show it what it's supposed to look like. I just love that collage that I did, which was a vintage Caribbean collage. So I took a lot of vintage photos from the 50s, 60s era, and I just wanted it to really showcase that, and you barely saw it to me that clear on the video. So I'm not going to show anything at night because it's just not going to be good. So it's going to be tomorrow morning. And so come to the next video and you get to see it. So let me know how your first day went and how you're doing with the books that you're selected to read. And if you are starting this, let me know. But this is going to be starting tonight. So I'm going to curl up in a few after I quickly edit this video. Thank God it's almost done. So I could edit it and upload it. And then this will be me tonight. Yay. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.